But we are here today, and Chennis Berry is the head coach of Benedict today. How about in the weeks to come?
Why was that so terrifying?
Maniacal laugh. How about the weeks to come? We've been trying to give this man the South Carolina State job all season long. I don't think South Carolina State would be against it. They got to get a new coach. Like, Buddy Pugh is not coming back, walking through that door next season. He is solid in his plans to retire. Chennis Berry has made Benedict a Division II HBCU in the SIAC, has made them into a powerhouse from the moment he walked into the door. They are the number one seed in their region. They'll have a first-round bye today in the Division II playoffs. They'll play next week. Second year in a row, they are a number one seed. The man is doing his job. He's there in South Carolina, but he also used to be on the staff at Southern. Mm-hmm. He has a good personality. He gets at the podium and people get excited. He gets in the locker room. He doesn't mind letting the cameras in the locker room. He's a guy that can make a connection with the fan base that is looking for that. Nothing wrong with that. That's what you want. Chennis Berry can give it to you. I don't know that the budgets of South Carolina State and Southern University would allow them to get into a bidding war. I don't know that, either or both schools have him as their number one candidate. I cannot say that. But I think he'll be a good fit at either place.
The fans are definitely fighting over Chennis Berry. Every fan base who has a coach that got fired or a coach who they think gonna get fired, they are wanting Chennis Berry. Now, let's talk about Chennis Berry's coaching tree not his coaching tree, his coaching background, because this can give us a little indication of where he might go, because he wasn't just
he could stay at Benedict.
And he could stay at Benedict. But Chennis know everybody wants him. Chennis knows that.
I would hope if he is logged onto the internet,
he's on Twitter and Instagram. He's seen it.
He be knowing.
But when it comes to South Carolina State, the big connection, obviously, the schools are nearby. But South Carolina State does have a history of hiring within and hiring people who played at South Carolina State or coached at South Carolina State has come through South Carolina State.
They give you those Steelers vibes.
Exactly. And Coach Buddy Pugh knows there's a lot of people calling, hey, coach, hey, coach, waiting on the opportunity, coach. It's a lot of people that Buddy Pugh knows that's going to be wanting that South Carolina State job. It's not just Chennis Berry or bust. And South Carolina State is one of the few teams that Chennis Berry has not touched. So he spent time at Morris Brown, Kentucky State, Fort Valley State, North Carolina A&T, who, might be wanting to coach themselves. Morgan State.
Quarterback.
He went back to North Carolina A&T. Hold on. He spun the block on A&T now. He spun the block on A&T. He was at A&T 2003 to 2005, came back 2009 to 2010. Another school that has whose coach lost the fan base.
Lost that loving
He
feeling.
might spin the block a third term. Howard. Now, Howard's not looking for a coach. But Southern, 2013, 2015. And then he was promoted at Southern 2016 to 2019. So he knows Southern will promote him. And then, of course, Benedict. So, everybody wants Chennis Berry.
I mean, I would think Southern would have to make a strong, quick move right now.
Oh, they would have to swoop right in. Because, first of all, Southern has a great fan base. Southern has a rich football history, very competitive football. Like, that's a very attractive school for Chennis Berry. But so is South Carolina State. They've had a lot of success under Buddy Pugh. They've put a lot of players to the NFL. It's going to be interesting to see. I feel like it's going to be kind of one of those things where we like, what? Because it could be other schools calling Chennis. I don't know.
Well, Roman Banks said he had a short list. He keeps the emergency list. He made it seem like, again, we're talking about the Southern AD. He made it seem like, this firing just, he's not at the point where he's ready to name anybody, but he's aware of some people that, he just keeps in his back pocket. Chennis Berry has to be a guy in his back pocket. I would be shocked that if Southern is going to hire Chennis Berry or make him an offer and Chennis Berry is going to accept, I would say the day after Benedict, whatever happens with their season, if he's going to Southern, I think it would be quick. Man. It would need to be quick.
It's going to be like I said, it's going to be very interesting to see. That's like one of the hottest topics right now, one of the hottest coaches right now.
And sorry, Benedict, we're not trying to steal your coaches.
That's a good thing.
Like the streets are saying.
Somebody wanting your coach is a good thing. That means you have a solid program. That means you've had a lot of success.
If you got a coach that no one wants.
If you have a coach that nobody wants, you probably ain't winning nothing. Right. That's not a good thing. People should want your coach.
Yeah. But to go and coach there in the Bluff, and that stadium can fill up, and it just I will say this: it means more at Southern.
And the money go further. Respect.
Yeah, Roman did say at that press conference, don't be expecting to,
Wait, what he say? Don't be expecting what?
He talked about he probably, wasn't leaning towards bringing in somebody from a Power 5 school that might be expecting to go recruiting, get on a helicopter, get you some plane tickets and be back in your bed that night like you might be driving. So I think Chennis knows how that works.
But Chennis might be earning himself a PJ. After what he done.
We will see. I think the postseasonal football might be more interesting than what's happening
absolutely.
On the field. That's when the real conversation begins. All right, our conversation will continue right here on the HBCU Game Day pregame show.